Today on our show, we have one thing and one thing only on our minds. And no, it's not that, so get your minds out of the gutter, you dirty, dirty people. Well, okay, we have two things on our minds on this show. Yes. No, we got one thing, and it is the giant monster behemoth geek nerd freaking mega thing.
We must have lost our tickets in the mail
to San Diego Comic-Con 2017. It happened this last week, and me and Ryan were totally going to go, but like Ryan said, someone stole our tickets. You said bitches.
We had plane tickets. I mean, they were like, we had a limo driver all set up, and just kind of all fell through in the last second. I don't know why, but shit happens, I guess. What's up, Superman?
Not much. Just came back for Comic-Con.
You need to get a black Sharpie and give him a little mustache.
Mustache Superman. You know, I'm pretty sure Funko will definitely have a mustache Superman sooner than later. But, you know, normally me and Ryan talk a lot in the beginning, but I think because we have so much stuff, Ryan, what do you think about just diving into the news today?
We spent 45 minutes just trying to compile all the notes.
Oh my god. This will be the most news-heavy segment of any show or show that we have ever done.
And just so you guys know, we're going to talk about a lot of trailers and stuff like that. So if you haven't gone to our Facebook page, we heavily suggest that you go do that. If you want to see any of the stuff that we were talking about, we draw a lot of the stuff from what we've been posting so that we try and make it as easy as possible for you guys to find it. So make sure you're checking out all of our social media if you want to find out what the hell we're going to tell you, what is so awesome that you got to watch it.
Yeah, to Ryan's point, every single story that we're going to talk about tonight, we have the story that we drew from on our Facebook and social media pages. So check it out. And the trailers, if you haven't seen most of these. Some of these trailers, I have to warn you, I have not watched because I have a new One Rule trailer only, but we're still going to talk about them. So without further ado, all the news that you need to know from San Diego Comic-Con. If you were like me and Ryan and got your tickets fucking stolen out of the mail and you couldn't go, don't worry, we got you covered. Everything you need to know is you're going to find out tonight on this show. Which is, welcome everybody to the Geek Dad Report, the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created, into bringing you all the news about San Diego Comic-Con this week. And forgetting to tell you the intro until 2 minutes in. So, as always, I'm Brian West, the host with the mostest, and that beautiful man over there is Ryan Tomlinson.
What's up, everyone?
And like I said, welcome to our San Diego Comic-Con special, where you don't have to get a ticket to get all the news.
Yes.
Boom.
And so much goddamn news.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
We didn't even post everything. Honestly.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? I'll let you pick, Ryan. I'm going to let you pick tonight where we start the show. Where would you like to go?
Let's just get Marvel out of the way because they just had probably the most talky stuff.
I don't know about getting out of the way or talky. Oh, I froze. You're supposed to use our special code word.
If there are any Marvel stormtroopers around, then Disney might have had some stormtroopers.
That's our safety word. People on this show, if you hear stormtrooper, it's because we've had a technical glitch that must be fixed. All right, back to what you were saying. I was
trying to slightly sneak it in there.
Yeah, whatever. But, sometimes you just gotta just fucking ram it in.
Just start shouting, stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper! Alright, to Ryan's point, Marvel had a ton of stuff to talk about. And, you know, if we're going to talk Marvel, we got to talk the big thing at Comic-Con that everybody was waiting for. Yes, there was an Avengers Infinity War trailer released at Comic-Con.
It was the Squirrel Girl trailer, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the Squirrel Girl trailer and Marvel's Runaways. Everyone's been waiting for it, and the New Mutants. Real excited. Hell no! It was the Avengers Infinity War trailer. The only way you got to see it is if you waited in line for like 5 days in Hall H, and they just said, this is it, no one will ever see it but you 3,000 people, and then it immediately leaked online, and all of us who didn't get to go saw it. Yeah. And let me tell you, if you have not seen this, find a link that's still active because it is goddamn amazing.
So, I don't even know how to explain it.
I know how to explain it. It shows fucking Thanos throwing planets pulling. He literally reaches back like this, right? Hang on.
He reached back and oh hey, there's a moon.
Look at this.
And
look at this.
And he.
I'm gonna do my reenactment. See this?
Yeah.
He goes, grabs the moon, and then it just breaks apart in like a billion pieces and flies right at the Avengers.
Yeah, it's and then
Freaking
Thor
crashes
getting
into
slammed into the Guardians' windshield,
which is the Guardians, which is Star-Lord's ship. And then they bring him in, and they're all like, look tough, and they're all posing. I mean, I don't even know where else the highlights are. It shows Spider-Man. I mean, it just showed so much. Just watch the trailer. It will blow your mind. It showed
Spider-Man in the armor, right?
Yeah, in the Iron Spider armor, which you have not seen Spider-Man Homecoming yet. Well, it's been about a month, people, so spoiler alert. At the end of that movie, the Iron Spider costume appears. That's all I'm going to say. And he's in full costume in this. I don't know. It looks...
It seemed like this movie just going to be like 2 to 3 hours of giant epic battle.
Yeah, I think what you saw in the Civil War airport scene for 15 minutes, I think it's going to be like that for like 2 hours. The rumor is this movie's going to come in at around 3 hours. I'm pretty sure it is. You're going to cram that many people into a movie and a new villain and all this stuff. It showed, I mean, people, we saw Doctor Strange and Spider-Man tag teaming Thanos.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking insane. That's all I can say. It's what Marvel has been setting up for the last 10
years.
10 years they've been setting it up.
It'll be 11 years after when this finally hits theaters. But the thing is here's the thing. I get excited for all these movies. Every time they come out, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go see this. I love taking my kids. But I'll be honest, I haven't gotten superhero fatigue, but we've already seen so much, right? You think, like, okay, what else haven't we seen? You know, here's Spider-Man. As much as I love Spider-Man, it was a great movie. There's not a ton there you haven't seen before in some shape or form, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at this trailer, I mean, look at my face. You watch it, and you're just like, oh my God. I never thought I'd ever... I mean, I'm excited for Justice League, but then I see this Avengers trailer, and I'm like, God damn it, Marvel. Can't you let, like, DC have something until you release this fucking Marvel trailer? And that's all I can think about. It looks amazing. Watch it, do yourself a favor, and check it out. It will be the coolest thing you see all week, probably all month, even all year.
You might have to... Did they have the official one up yet?
No. Marvel has not released this. They said they have no plans to release it, which actually makes sense. They're still well over a year away. It would be... Usually a year you get kind of a teaser. You don't get a full-blown... I mean, this was like a 2.5-minute, lots of footage trailer. My guess is they will release some form of this trailer, probably November. But look at it this way. They have Thor Ragnarok, which we're going to talk about here in a second, coming out November. If you start talking about Avengers Infinity War, no one's even going to think about Thor Ragnarok.
And why Thor's fucking getting slammed into the windshield of the...
Yeah, and which apparently the end of Thor Ragnarok sets up that scene. So it's going to all tie together, which, you know, surprise, surprise, I don't think anybody's shocked by this. But, yeah. My guess is probably November, the end of the year, we'll start getting a lot of hype. They'll have to start promoting it before Black Panther comes out, I believe, in February or March.
I didn't even see Black Panther. Summer. Was Black Panther in the trailer?
Oh, yes, and apparently Black Panther is huge. Dude, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Captain America, Falcon, literally everybody, Vision, Scarlet Witch.
And then 43 more characters that are going to be...
Everybody is in this movie.
Yeah.
Except for Miss Marvel. We're going to talk about Miss Marvel also in a second. I keep saying that. Miss Marvel apparently is not going to be in Avengers Infinity War. She will probably show up in the second in Avengers 4. That'll probably be her first Avengers movie.
But it's going to be set in the 90s, though.
Yes. So, well, I guess we can just go and talk about that real quick. Here. Miss Marvel... the other news that came out, well, there's a lot of news that came out. Miss Marvel, we all know that her movie's coming after Avengers. But we haven't got a lot of details about it. Well, apparently it's going to be set in the 90s. There was a lot of concept art that popped up. We still don't have a trailer or any footage. I don't even think the movie started shooting yet. But they're starting to show us some concept of what the movie's going to be about. And they did announce the timeline and the villains. And to Ryan's point, it's going to come out in the 1990s. And the villain, brace yourself, people, are going to be the Skrulls. Something most of us didn't think that Marvel even had access to because Fantastic Four and the Skrulls are so connected. Most people believe that Fox had the rights to them. Apparently not. Apparently they share the rights, and they are going to be the big bads in. They're going to be the big bads in Miss Marvel.
Yeah, so they're going to have to do a good job of setting up why she has no interaction with anybody after the 90s.
Well, if you know anything about Miss Marvel, she spends a lot of time in space, and she heads up, especially in the earlier comics, and she was part of the Sword Division, which is like the space shield. It's perfectly feasible that I could see the end of the movie. She goes off to fight more Skrulls. Like, Skrulls have an invasion, she's going off to find out... because her power she got from an alien, from one of the Krill, Captain Marvel, one of the Krill commanders who has lots of powers, and so she got her powers from him, so she can travel through space and breathe in space, and she's very powerful. She might even be the most powerful, might be the most powerful mutant hero in the MCU. And probably because they have Thanos here, she is somebody who could go toe-to-toe with Thanos, so I guess it kind of makes sense to not have a character that powerful around.
Yeah. That makes sense, I guess.
But yeah, so that, and then the interesting part about that is apparently it kind of got rumored too, once we found out the Skrulls are going to be here. If you don't know who the Skrulls are, they're a race of aliens that can shapeshift. And there's a very famous Marvel storyline called Secret Invasion, where they came to Earth and replaced a lot of the heroes and became these heroes, and people found out later, like, holy crap, a third of all our heroes have been replaced by these Skrulls because they want to invade our planet. So the rumor is that Avengers 4 could actually be Secret Invasion, which would make sense of why Miss Marvel comes back and why they keep saying that they will not release the title of Avengers 4 because they said it'd be a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, and that's also supposed to be the launching pad for the next set of the Marvel movies. So,
well, it would be a way you could recast Captain America. It'd be a way you could recast some of these characters. And it's also a way where we may see a lot of deaths in the Avengers movie, Avengers 3, that you find out later that they were actually Skrulls and not the real heroes. So,
now, did the Skrulls kill them and then take over their spots? Or would they put the hibernation?
In Secret Invasion, they kidnapped them, and they kept them prisoner on ships. So, like Captain America, when Captain America died in Civil War in the comic book, you found out later he was actually a Skrull, and the real Captain America shows back up on this ship, and that's how they brought him back to life.
That's how they killed Captain America.
Yeah, it's one of those comic workarounds where you're like, oh, hey. Yeah, but yeah, so I don't care. Marvel can do no wrong, in my opinion. Even their movies that aren't that great, Doctor Strange was okay. Even the ones that are okay are still good movies. They have yet to have a real big misstep. I don't care. I'm ready for all of it. So bring it on. The next thing that they brought at the at Comicon, which brought the house down, was the new Thor Ragnarok trailer, where we hear Hulk speak. Now, I personally did not watch this trailer. I believe Ryan did. So if he wants to talk more about it, he can. I did hear a thorough breakdown of this. We have said on the show that we're sticking to the Jeff Alden one trailer only rule, and God damn it, I'm going to follow through with that. So I did not watch this new trailer.
I did not follow suit. I clicked on it on accident, and it came on, and I couldn't resist once it started playing. And yes, you do get to hear Hulk talking, not
So, and
Bruce
apparently
Banner.
he talks baby. So anybody who's seen the
said
trailer,
Hulk like fire.
Yeah, so apparently
like
the rationale.
Water.
Well, the rationale that they're going with for this is apparently, so he's been Bruce Banner, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, so if you want to know nothing, close your ears in 3, 2, 1. Apparently, Bruce Banner has not been around for the last 2 years. It's been only the Hulk. So the thought is as long as, since the Hulk has been the Hulk for this amount of time, he's learning at a rate of like a child. So because he's been the Hulk for 2 years, he talks like a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And that is the rationale behind the Hulk talking, which
and
cool.
why he likes fire.
I think that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of a cool way to do it. Well, if we're ever going to get a World War Hulk type movie, you need to get to the point where Hulk can speak and him and Banner can merge, which is kind of where everybody wants the Hulk anyway. But
Yeah, right. The trailer looks great. Basically, it shows you some of the stuff that's going on in Asgard. Some of the Thor and Hulk teaming. It shows a lot more of Thor and Hulk teaming up.
Was there
Which
anything that stood out in the trailer that was like your favorite part that you were just like? I mean, I know we've already talked about this movie, how we're both sold on it, but is there anything in this that you just were like, oh my god, I cannot wait?
when they showed Hera just fucking obliterating Asgard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen a clip where it shows her like putting on her horn crown that like goes all the way out. The visuals in this movie look amazing.
Yeah, she goes, I'm the goddess of death, and what are you? And then it shows Thor, and his eyes start to like glow, and he starts
like
getting like, yeah. And then he gets like his eyes start to glow, and you see like lightning crackling behind him and stuff like that.
I'm gonna call it right now. I think Justice League could be the biggest movie. Well, I guess we did have Wonder Woman, so I guess this is kind of a. I think Thor Ragnarok is going to be one of the surprise hit superhero movies. Period. Yeah. Like I have a feeling this one could be one of the best Marvel movies that they've made so far.
If they go with the original Guardians of the Galaxy route, where it's just dumb fun,
it's Hulk and Thor in a team-up space movie.
Yeah, so it looked good. Definitely get excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's coming out in November. We got a little bit of time ahead of us, unfortunately, to wait for it. The one thing that also did come out, this is going to be the shortest Marvel movie yet at 100 minutes long. That's an hour and 40 minutes for those of you who don't know how to count. But, you know what?
Odd.
I think it's okay because we don't need backstory for these characters. So think about it. You can just jump right into the story. You don't really need any setup. Yeah, that's true. And you might be able to think about some of these movies sometimes that just kind of lag with all the storytelling that you don't necessarily need at this point. Yeah. And you got to remember,
they know what people want. They just want to see Chris Hemsworth do shit, and they want to see Hulk smash shit.
Yeah, these are two big, burly, brawler type characters, and you're right. I just want to see Hulk smash and Thor punch people. And I want to see a lot of humor, which it looks like we're going to get. So, you know what I want to see? I want to see a 2-hour version, 100-minute version of Thor getting punched by Hulk. Okay, I want to see that little scene, but in a movie, and that's what it looks like we're getting.
And Hulk saying, "Puny God."
Oh, yes! I know him. He's a friend from work. Apparently that movie, I've heard rumors that 75% of the dialogue in this movie was improvised. Apparently that whole line was improvised.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Apparently he told Helmsworth that, hey, you know this guy, I want you to come out and I want you to say something funny. And that's when he came out and was like, hey, he's an old work friend. I know him. So, yes, me and Ryan, if you cannot tell, we were very excited for this movie. Other than Avengers Infinity Wars, I don't know if there's a Marvel movie that I'm more excited for. But
yeah, it would definitely go Infinity War and then Hulk. Or that's not Hulk, but Thor Ragnarok.
Hulk Part 3. But yeah, check out the poster, or check out the trailer if you saw it. Let us know. Lastly, kind of a little bit on the movie news that Marvel released was they released some killer new posters. They had a Black Panther one where he's on like a giant stone panther head, just looking all awesome. The first one they released was him sitting on the throne. I actually think I like this one even better.
Yeah, I like this one with the overview shot of
Wakanda.
Yeah, Wakanda.
Well, the poster does a great job of showing the grandness of Wakanda and everything. I mean, Black Panther himself is like this little teeny character on this huge poster, and it's just such a
fucking flying ships everywhere. And
you know what that poster reminded me of? And I wonder if they did this on purpose. It reminded me of Mufasa sitting on Pride Rock overlooking the Pride Lands.
Yeah. Everything that the light touches is yours.
What doesn't the light touch, Father? Shut up, you greedy asshole. That's a meme if you guys have not read that before. That's pretty funny. And a couple other posters they released. They released an amazing, my favorite poster of all these is the Thor Ragnarok poster. It is one of the coolest posters I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's got like...
it's got Gladiator Hulk.
Yeah, Hera,
and then Thor.
When Thor's got his arms out and he's holding his double swords.
Yeah, it looks and it's got these crazy colors. It looks badass. I want one so bad for my house. I think I might have to get one. And then finally, the last poster they released, it wasn't a movie poster. In fact, it was a series of 3 posters that you picked up at Comicon that turned into one big poster for Avengers Infinity War. It was really cool. A lot of detail. It gave you a really good look at all the characters. Everybody was like, woo, Captain America has a beard. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Everyone was like going crazy over his beard because, yes, it means he could be Nomad. But he's a beard. I mean, it's no Superman mustache.
But yeah, it's just a beard. He's just like Captain America, who's like, decided not to shave for a couple of months.
Yeah, right. So, all right. Well, moving on to some Marvel TV news. We'll try and blow through this because we have a lot of DC stuff we want to talk about and a lot of other stuff we want to talk about. First up, Inhumans released a new trailer. It was not that much better than their first crappy trailer, but it was a little bit better. I mean, I'm going to watch Inhumans regardless of how bad their trailers are. Even if the show's bad, I'm still going to watch the first season.
Yeah. We'll still try it. So.
But yeah, people, it doesn't look good. Apparently, this is going to be connected to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. At first, people had come out and said, no, it's not. But apparently, it's going to be connected very loosely. Some of the Inhumans are going to be investigating a leak of Terrigen crystals in the ocean, which, if anybody's not familiar with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, that was one of the big plot lines, is Terrigen crystals got released, and they were causing Inhumans to pop up all over the place.
Yeah,
so
got into the fish oil.
It is good to know that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be connected at some point. Me and Ryan have both talked about how frustrated we've been over the fact that Marvel says it's all connected, but yet they can't even connect their TV shows. Netflix, we're finally going to get the Defenders, but up until the Defenders...
Talk about connecting.
Yeah, up until the Defenders, you had like one character that would just kind of pop up every now and then. Didn't even all 4 of those series never even felt that connected. And now you've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that has an Inhuman on the team that spent an entire season dealing with Inhumans. We have an Inhuman show coming to the same network that really doesn't even recognize that show. To me, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, why do all this shit about the Inhumans and Hydra and all the fucking battle and everything, and then we're going to have the Inhuman royalty who've been hiding out on the moon.
Yeah. And they're not even connected to any of it, right? I mean, you over here on one network. So, I mean, I love Marvel, but their TV shows are pretty good. But this is someplace I feel like they're really missing the boat. Over on the CW, you've got them doing their best Oprah Winfrey impersonation. Flash, you're connected. Yeah. Arrow, you're connected. Supergirl, you're connected. Legends of Tomorrow, you're connected. Black Lightning, you're connected. You're all connected,
Yeah.
And they just pop in and out on shows. Sometimes you don't even they always have their epic crossover, but sometimes you'll just be watching and all of a sudden Barry Allen will pop up and you're like, oh, they didn't even show this on the trailer. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he just here to help out for really quickly.
So, they could do much better on that aspect. But anyway, let us know what you guys think about all that Marvel news and Inhumans. Let's see. Last little bit we got for you guys. Oh, real quick on the Marvel movie front, it also was announced that Janet Van Dyne has been cast. If you don't know who that is, it's the original Wasp. In the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp, she's going to be played by Michelle Pfeiffer. She's going to be the new Wasp's mother, Michael Douglas's wife. And it was strongly hinted in the first movie that they were going to go find her from the negative zone. I think it's the negative zone.
It's the
quantum
zone.
The quantum realm.
The quantum zone.
Negative zone. That's Superman. The quantum realm.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that DC?
Yeah.
But,
got my streams crossed there. My bad. No, she's in the quantum realm, and they were talking about they might go find her. In fact, they showed the quantum realm in Doctor Strange. Would not be surprised to see him pop up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But
wait, when did the quantum zone in Doctor Strange?
It was, remember when he was floating through all the different realms when she punches his chakra out of him?
Oh,
and he flies through all the different realms. One of the realms he goes through is the quantum realm.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. So, hey, there you go, people. If you didn't know, now you do. But yeah, so Michelle Pfeiffer is going to be in that. No word on how big her role is going to be, but I've heard rumors that she may end up being the villain, which could be interesting in this.
Yeah. She's all pissed off, so she's been stuck in there for
all kinds of time, yeah. So, anyway, let us know what you guys think about that. Iron Fist Season 2 has been confirmed, even though it was the most hated of all 4. I enjoyed it, quite honestly.
I thought it was one of my favorites.
I liked it a lot, but apparently, generally, the reviews were not very good. Apparently, all the showrunners and directors and everybody have been let go, so they're bringing on all new people to run Season 2, but it is going to get a Season 2. And lastly but not least, what?
Oh, I was gonna say it wasn't social justice warrior enough, but
Well, they haven't recast Iron Fist.
that's good.
Hey. But last but not least, they released a new Defenders trailer. It looks great. It was a lot of the first Defenders trailer footage that they just kind of expanded on. I'm not going to break it down because in less than a month we have the Defenders on Netflix. We will do a full Defenders show on this on the Geek Dad Report. You can bet your sweet asses that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of defending things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There will be no defending because everyone will probably love this. Apparently, a lot of people have seen the first half of the season and they're already just in love with it. So, shocker.
Yeah, fuck assholes.
I'm sure it's good. I know. We got it, Ryan. You gotta get us some of those sweet Netflix contacts.
I'll try. It's not as easy.
It is easy. You just call them and you say, Brian and Ryan from the Geek Dad Report want 4 episodes.
And they'll be like, hey, all right, here you go.
But you know what, though? What's worse? What's better? Getting 4 episodes early or getting 4 episodes early and then having to wait an entire month to watch the rest of the 4 episodes?
I don't know, man. I would rather get it early and wait.
Yeah, me too. All right, moving on. If you guys had anything you want to talk about Marvel, or we missed anything that you heard about, please feel free to hit us up and let us know what your question is, and we'd be more than happy to converse.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we missed. So.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of stuff we missed. In fact, I found speaking of things we missed on our Game of Thrones episodes that you guys can check every week here on the Geek Dad Report. Me and Ryan are reviewing every single episode as they come this season. So shameless plug there. I missed a really important Sam theory that popped up that I remember thinking when I watched the episode, and we forgot to talk about it. So next week on the show, that is called a teaser, people, we are going to talk about my Samuel Tarly theory that could change the way you watch Game of Thrones.
Can I just do a really quick apology to Jeff that I forgot to do? When I called him out for apparently I thought he didn't watch the first our first review, and I gave him a little bit of shit, and he actually did watch it before he sent his question last week. So Jeff, I am very sorry.
Jeff, I would also apologize, but Ryan told me that you didn't watch it, which is why I gave you crap. So, if anything, Ryan should get 2 apologies for us, because I am completely not at fault on this one.
I'm not apologizing to you, Brian. But
this is why no one likes you, Ryan. You're such a dick. Moving on, DC, speaking of dicks, Batman!
What does that got to do with dicks?
Batman is always a dick. When is Batman not a dick? I love Batman. He's a great character, but he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, I thought you were going for like some weird porn parody or something.
No, Batman Ben Affleck is coming back.
Well, if we are gonna go for a porn parody, I mean, I guess they already do have the '80s stash thing going. But
you want to talk about Superman? We want to talk about mustache gate before we talk about anything. All right, we'll put Batman on the back burner because we've been teasing Superman mustache gate here. We're gonna get this Superman because this is closest to the Henry Cavill. So imagine this beautiful face right here, but with a big, giant
Tom Selleck mustache.
Tom Selleck mustache. Why should you imagine Superman with a mustache? Because apparently, right now DC is doing some reshoots on Justice League. Which, haters, shut the hell up. Every major movie does reshoots. Now, granted, they're doing $25 million in 2 months worth of reshoots, which is a lot.
No. My theory is that they all saw the Marvel's Infinity Wars trailer, and they went
fucking reshoots.
And they went fucking shit. God damn it!
We're bringing in.
We'll do some reshoots.
They're like, who haven't we brought in?
We're gonna have Lex Luthor. We're gonna have Brainiac and Joker.
We're getting Hawkman. We're getting the entire Green Lantern Corps. We're gonna have.
Fucking Savage is gonna come, and
we're bringing in Swamp Thing. We're bringing in Santana. Who don't we have? Who's a third B-rate character? We're bringing the Guardian in.
We have the Courts of Jack Kirby as a cameo.
Get Stephen Amell. We're bringing in 52 universes worth of Green Arrows. Bring them all in.
So it seems some people are saying that Justice League is getting desperate. It just might be that because of all the shit that they're doing for Justice League, it just expensive to do any kind of reshoot.
Well,
So
here's the thing. Justice League is going to be their biggest movie, period. This needs to be a $2 billion type movie, right? Number one. Number two, this is the first movie after Wonder Woman. They built up a lot of goodwill with Wonder Woman. And not just that, Wonder Woman set a tone that people now expect for the DCEU. Wonder Woman is what people wanted. They got it, and now they're not going to be happy unless they get something similar to it. So my guess is... is Justice League was very much a Zack Snyder film, which I enjoyed the Zack Snyder films, but it means it was probably much darker, probably less humor, and less lightheartedness, where that is what people loved a lot about Wonder Woman. Maybe not the humor, there was humor, but just there was a lot of heart in that movie. And so my guess is that they brought in they brought in the reshoots to film some additional scenes that make this movie more like that. And so they want to get this right. And I am, for one, am happy that they're willing to spend the money to get it right. You know, Star Wars Rogue One spent a fortune to reshoot the entire third act of Rogue One. And look what does everybody love about that movie? The third act, right? Yeah. So just because they're doing reshoots doesn't mean it's bad. But I will say this. Also keep in mind the personal tragedy that Zack Snyder dealt with while shooting that movie and dealing with it. So if he did not put his best work forward for certain parts of that movie, it would not surprise any of us, and I don't think anybody would fault him. But they brought in Joss to fix it up, to make it snappy, and I think this is what they're doing. I don't think this is going to be a Joss Whedon movie. I think Zack Snyder had a vision. I like the last two Zack Snyder movies. I know a lot of people didn't, but I just think this is all going to be good. I think when we see this movie... I just think everybody wants it so badly to be good that they're just worried that it's not. But I think it's going to be good. And from what we heard, they released a 4-minute trailer. I didn't watch it because the first trailer was more than enough to get me on board. And
I haven't watched that. So
from what I've heard, it's really good. There's a lot of Wonder Woman in it, which is cool. I've heard there's hints at the Green Lantern. There's hints at Superman's return. If you saw it and you think, hey, we just absolutely are idiots for not watching it, let me know. But a 4-minute trailer, that's a lot of footage that I don't want to see in a trailer.
Yeah, I just hope they don't fall into the trap where they gave up to way too much like they did on some of the other...
Well, I do think they've learned a little bit from Batman v Superman. That was one of the biggest complaints, is that they gave away Doomsday. I mean, I did see a still footage shot of Steppenwolf, the new villain. I will say one thing that did geek me out is I heard apparently he shows up to Earth and says there's no Kryptonians, there's no lanterns, this will be easy. I mean, if you're a fan of these properties, you should be like, woo!
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm really excited. Oh, but back to Mustache Gate before we get off topic here. So apparently, because of these reshoots, a lot of the a lot of the cast are shooting other movies right now. Ezra Miller is shooting Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Part 2, which is kind of a surprise considering he got fucking blown up at the end of that. But hey, whatever. But that's a Warner Brothers movie, so they're making him completely available for Justice League. However, Henry Cavill is playing one of the main characters in the new Mission Impossible movie, and that is a Paramount movie, and they are not working as well with Warner Brothers as Warner Brothers is working with themselves. So they are allowing him to go film his Superman scenes with one condition. In Mission Impossible, he had to grow a very sweet mustache. Because he's currently shooting that movie, they said he cannot shave his mustache. So Henry Cavill is reshooting all of his Superman scenes with a giant mustache that they are going to remove digitally. Now, the internet being the internet occasionally does things that are awesome, and they've turned a few pictures of him have been floating around with the mustache, and they've turned those into some of the best memes I've ever seen. On top of it, people are saying, like, save the stash. There are some people who are starting a whole movement. They want the stash to stay in the movie.
I wonder if it's going to look weird. I mean, they can do a lot of stuff with digital, adding and everything like that, but
listen,
like, what if it, like, accidentally, like, smudges lips or something like that,
There's going to be a night, I'm going to call it right now, I'm going to get really drunk, and I'm going to spend all night long watching that movie at home, trying to figure out where the stash went. There's a stash scene, I can feel it. Nope, that's not one. That is. But, I just think it's hilarious. So if you've been wandering around and you see, like, on Twitter, Mustache Gate or Stash Gate or Super Stash, that is what that's about.
Yeah, it should... I'm looking forward to it. stashless and all.
Yeah, I don't care. I am super stoked for Justice League. That and Thor Ragnarok are my two most excited for movies. I can't wait for.
Yes.
But we'll see. All right, let's see here. Moving on. Oh, real quick, before moving on, they also released a poster. This might be one of my favorite posters ever made. They made a poster. What does it say? You can't save the world alone, and you need a team or something, and each letter is one of the letters of the...
Yeah, each one of the letters of the heroes.
Is one of the hero symbols. Like Save is Superman, and yeah, anyway, it looks amazing. Anybody who's familiar with Alec Ross's work, he did Kingdom Come. He's well known. He's a comic book artist who paints these motifs. It looks amazing. They took some of his artworks and they made a movie poster with it. My only thing that makes me mad is I wish Superman was in it, but I understand they're saving Superman for the movie. But if they had Superman, if they release a poster of this with Superman, it will be framed in my house at some point. It is one of the most gorgeous posters I've ever seen.
Yeah, they'll do it probably like after the movie comes out or something.
My hope, my fingers crossed, is that this inspires Alec Ross to actually paint a Justice League movie poster. And anyway, check it out. It's pretty cool. It is amazing. It might end up being my new screensaver. We will see. But all right, let's see. Moving on. Wonder Woman has had a great year. She could have an even bigger year. Apparently, Warner Brothers is gearing up for a massive Oscar campaign for Wonder Woman. I believe they're shooting for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actress.
No, just Best Picture and Best Director.
Well, I'm gonna say Best Actress too, with nothing to back me up other than what I want them to do.
Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me because if there was any comic book movie that would have a chance at least getting those nominations, because none had gotten it before. Dark Knight didn't get one, even though everybody thought it was going to because of how well Heath Ledger was received that year.
Yeah, well, I'm a firm believer that if The Dark Knight cannot get an Oscar other than Best Supporting or Best Supporting Actor for the Joker, and that's only because he died. If he hadn't died, he wouldn't have gotten that. If that movie can't win an Oscar, I don't think a comic book movie can win an Oscar.
You don't think Wonder Woman better than Dark Knight?
No, Dark Knight is one of the tightest movies I've ever seen. They just happen to have Batman in it. That's what I'm saying. They don't give superhero movies Oscars, and that was not really. The Dark Knight was a crime heist movie that happened to have Batman and the Joker in it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would love to see I think Wonder Woman's a great movie. I would love to see it get an Oscar. I would love to even just see it. I think even just getting an Oscar nod would be big.
Well, it'll get Oscars, but not like the important ones.
I would like
it'll
to see
get like best
Patty
costume.
Jenkins. I would like to see. I'd like to see Patty Jenkins get one just for the simple fact that everyone said a woman can't make a good superhero
or at least
movie.
like a nomination for best director.
Yeah, I mean everyone said a female director can't make a good superhero movie, and she's made one of the best ones. So hey, suck it, people.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, moving on. A little more Wonder Woman news. They have officially announced the sequel, and everyone is coming back, and they're all on board. It's going to be December 13th, 2019, so we do not actually have to wait that long. A little over 2 years, which is a quick turnaround time.
A big surprise. Wonder Woman's getting a sequel.
Yeah, in fact, you might as well go ahead and talk about it. All the movies that DC announced that are in fact coming out is the next movie up is Shazam. That is getting shot now. That'll be later next year. Justice League Dark, then Batgirl, then the Green Lantern Corps, then Batman, then Wonder Woman 2, and then the Flash movie has finally been announced, and they're going to be adapting. The Flash movie is going to actually be a Flashpoint movie. So before we get into all this other DC news that we want to finish out with, let's talk a little bit about that for a second. So anybody not familiar with Flashpoint, you clearly haven't watched the TV show of
or read any of the comics.
Or read the comic. So basically, the Flash decides that a little bit of history with the Flash. His mother was killed when he was young. It's part of the reason he became the Flash. But you find out later that the Flash's mom was killed by Reverse Flash, who hated Barry Allen so much that he went back in the past and killed his mother. So in a lot of ways, it's the whole story of the guy hates the superhero so much he goes back and ends up creating the superhero that he hates in the future, right? Mm-hmm. But Barry Allen has decided he's done so much for everybody that why can't he just once go back in time and do something for himself? So anybody who's not familiar with the Flash can he can run backwards and forward in time. Now there is consequences, but he can break the time barrier.
Yeah.
So he goes back and saves his mom, and when he saves his mom, it actually creates a chain of events that changes the entire DC universe. When he comes back to the present, Bruce Wayne did not survive. In fact, the mugger that originally shot his parents ended up shooting Bruce. His dad, Thomas Wayne, becomes this psycho gun-wielding Batman, and his mom becomes the Joker.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew his dad became Batman, but I didn't know his mom becomes the Joker.
There is no Flash because there was no reason to create him. Superman is never landed in Kansas. He ended up being caught by the government and locked away in this room where he has no. Remember we used to joke about that early on?
If you had watched, they had a DC animated 2 movie at the Flashpoint
Paradox, one of their best.
Flashpoint Paradox. That was fucking amazing DC animated movie.
One of their best movies.
It's another good resource if you kind of want to have an idea what the Flashpoint is all about. That one.
Do not let your kids watch it. I mean, Aquaman and Wonder Woman are having a relationship. Aquaman's wife finds out about it, so she challenges Wonder Woman, who cuts off her head and starts an Atlantean Amazonian war that threatens to destroy the entire Earth. I mean, this is just crazy if they're going to adapt this.
The only thing that bugged me that Aquaman was like over muscled in that movie,
dude,
but other than that, he was like steroid.
So
over muscle.
This is a crazy con. The fact that they are jumping into this for the first Flash movie shows a lot of balls on DC's part, honestly, because it's such a crazy story. But it's really interesting. The reason why is because at the end of Flashpoint, it reset the entire DC universe. It gave us different versions of a lot of characters. Because even though we fixed it, something was quite off. Now they're kind of fixing that. Well, they're not fixing it, but they're kind of doing some stuff now that shows there's other things to that. But in that storyline, when he came back, things were just different. There was a lot of characters. DC used it as a way to revamp their lineup, make a lot of their characters younger, redo some stuff.
I think it makes sense for the DC universe for the movies, just because that'll be what, the 6th or 7th movie.
That will be because they've already had 3. That'll be 3. We got Justice League. That'll be 4. Shazam 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be like the 13th or 14th DCEU movie.
Which is about due time to do alright, let's just try and reconfigure everything and just kind of set it up for the next path. So it kind of makes sense that they would do it at that point.
Well, and there's been a lot of rumors that Ben Affleck would like to he's kind of getting over being Batman, and this would jive with that maybe this is a way to reset Batman and cast somebody new as the Batman. I still hope that whatever Ben Affleck does, he eventually comes back in about 10 years to do an old Batman, and they can do a Batman Beyond with Terry McGinnis. I would love to see Ben Affleck's old ass Batman mentoring the new young Batman. I think it would be just a great way to do it. But yeah, to your point, I think the one thing I will say that would be interesting is that they reset the universe. That's before they give everyone sequels, really, for the most part, because we still don't know about a Man of Steel 2 sequel. All these movies are rolling out are ripe for sequels. So
yeah, didn't they talk about doing a Nightwing movie too?
There's a Nightwing movie in development. I mean, these are just the movies we know about that they've announced. There's other movies, the Birds of Prey movie that's in development. There's a lot of things that DC has on the plate. I would honestly be a little surprised if they did a complete reboot. This may be a way, though, to your point, to do kind of a soft reboot on some, like maybe if Henry Cavill wants out or Ben Affleck wants out, some of these characters want out, Gail Gadot wants out, they could recast these and they'd have a way to do it and still keep the universe intact.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
You want to bring Stephen Amell in as Green Arrow? Well, there's a way to do it.
We still got quite a while. I mean, that's like, what, 10 years down the road, practically?
Yeah, no, that's a long ways down the road. So, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of it will determine also what direction they go is how Justice League and the next few movies do. If Justice League is universally loved and makes $3 billion, well, then we'll probably be, talking about something different next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Aquaman movie.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even mention the Aquaman. That's the next movie. I'm sorry, after Justice League, Aquaman's coming out. So yeah, they'll be on 13 or 14 movies by the time the Flash comes out.
Well, he'll be a lot older. I mean, I don't know. They gotta pick up the pace on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I think they're scheduled to have 2 or 3 movies coming out for the next 3 or 4 years. So we got a lot of DC movies coming out. I'm, for one, am very excited. I love DC. Let's see. Well, another movie we may have on the horizon. What?
I said a lot of movies.
Yeah, a ton of stuff. Another movie we may have on the horizon. A rumor came out that they are in, Harley Quinn versus the Joker movie is in development. I think at this point, DC is just Warner Brothers is just exploring all options for comic book movies. I do like that they're going with a few different things, like Justice League Dark, Shazam, Harley Quinn versus the Joker, Birds of Prey. They're not just going with, as much as I love Marvel, they went really predictable in a lot of ways. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk. These guys are really trying to do. I mean, we've already had Suicide Squad and a few other movies. Suicide Squad for the second or the third movie out seemed like a strange thing to do. So I like that they're kind of taking a little bit of a different approach. I mean, obviously we hope that they are better than some of the ones they've done, but
yeah, I think DC, what their storylines are, and that they can have a lot more darker movies that are more geared toward adults. They can take a lot. I think they can take a little bit more risk and kind of hope that they get like a Deadpool kind of movie, where it's a darker, more adult movie, so they'll get a lot of money that way. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to see at least we can get some different kind of comic book movies out there. Honestly, I'm all for that. I'd enjoy the shit out of, Suicide Squad, even though, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it was nice to see something different for once.
Well, yeah, when you see Spider-Man, you still feel the same way. As much as it's a superhero movie, it's not, you have not seen a superhero movie like you've seen Spider-Man. It's a Ferris Bueller's Days Off with powers. But anyway, let us know what you guys think about the current slate of DC movies coming out. We are excited. We'd love to know what you think. Kind of moving on to DC television. We got a lot of stuff still to cover, so I'm going to try and kind of blow through these.
Yeah, I'll just be quiet. Just shoot through it. Yeah,
so Grant Gustin, The Flash, wants to know, or he wants to do he wants a new Flash suit for Season 4. He kind of hinted that he may get one. We'll see. I think it's about time to upgrade. It's 4 seasons in. It'd be nice to see a little bit of a new uniform. He also said that the show is building up to an Infinite Crisis, which, because we don't have a lot of time, I really probably won't talk about it today, but let's just say it has to do with a lot of multiple universes crashing into each other and the Flash disappearing in the timeline to save everyone. So it's also the death of Supergirl, which they have on this show now, so we'll see if they actually do that. It would be, if they build up to it, it would be pretty damn epic. So we'll see. Like I said, we will have a. If you guys want me to explain in Infinite Crisis, I will. It's actually Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think is the name of the official name of the title. Yeah. But if you'd like me to explain that to you, I would be more than happy to. It's an amazing storyline, and we can talk about it.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. So
yeah, it's on Amazon. Check it out. Well, there's Identity Crisis, and then there's Infinite Crisis or Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths. There's a lot of crises. There's a lot of crises in the DC universe. Most of them involve multiple. All you need to know is they involve multiple Earths, the Flash, and
make sure you get that, and then you get Happy Super Fun Times.
Yeah.
The DC.
They
have the counterbalance.
But real quick, they also released that Flash Season 4 trailer. It looks really cool. Surprise, Flash is coming back. I don't think anybody thought he wasn't. Yeah, weird. If you last watched it, he got sucked into the Speed Force, but he'll be back. We also got an Arrow trailer. Looked pretty cool. If you've been following Arrow, I know a lot of people dropped off. Legend of Tomorrow looks just like Legend of Tomorrow's. Supergirl and Supernatural, which I know is not a superhero show, but I love it. It's 13 seasons strong.
It's got a super in the name.
I want to say that Supernatural and Scooby-Doo are having an animated crossover episode, and there are rumors that we could get an Arrow Supernatural crossover.
Oh my god!
I'm in. Count me in. I'm in. I'm all on board these CW.
Why
shows.
Not? Can't they just do anything at this point?
Yeah,
and people will accept it. Yeah.
Well, there's all these different dimensions and whatever. They brought in Constantine. All they have to do is bring in Constantine, rip a hole in the dimension, and suck the Winchesters in. It would work perfectly. All right, let's see here. Krypton, the new show from Sci-Fi, released an official trailer. Earlier this year, we watched one that got leaked accidentally, and it's pretty much the same trailer, less footage. Looks great. I'm excited. I really think it's going to be a good show. It's got a lot of the same people from Game of Thrones and a lot of the same writers, so they're kind of going with the Game of Thrones Krypton feeling. But if anybody's been watching Sci-Fi Channel, they've been coming out with some really good shows lately, so I'm very excited for Krypton. I mean,
The Expanse is coming out in 2020.
I like Superman, so you know I'm going to be watching it. Yeah. The Expanse is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Can't wait for The Expanse. That is a great show. Season 3. Season 2 just dropped on Divid and Blu-ray, so check it out if you haven't checked it out. Young Justice, the amazing animated show. Season 3 has been picked up by whatever channel DC is going to start here soon. They just announced they're going to have the third season is not going to be like a 10-episode short season. It is a full 26-episode season, which is a ton.
And that's a lot of animation.
It's a lot of animation. If you have not watched Young Justice, one of our recommendations for the show tonight is you go watch Young Justice Season 1 and 2. Wherever you can find it. It is one of the best shows ever.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. There you go. Watch it. All right, moving on. So that's all we got for DC. Like we said with Marvel, I'm sure there's more that we didn't talk about, but we are 50 minutes in and we've only talked Marvel and DC.
Oh, we got 10 minutes, Brian.
Yeah, well, I'll blow through the other stuff. It's not nearly as cool as the Marvel and DC stuff. But if there's anything that we did not talk about that you guys want to talk about, as always, hit us up. We'd be more than happy to talk about it. Or if there's something we missed, please let us know. We would be more than happy to talk to you guys about it. So, but as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff coming out from Marvel and DC, and we are excited about pretty much all of it. Except for Inhumans. Not really excited about Inhumans. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to blow through the news, and if there's something you want to talk about, you just put your hand up, and then we'll talk about it.
All right. Okay.
All right, you ready? It
Go.
has a new trailer, and it's scary as motherfucking hell. There's clowns. There's death. There's Ryan crying and peeing his pants. Oh, did you raise your hand? Okay, let's talk about it. In fact, we're going to have a trailer breakdown right now. We're going to go over every second of the show while Ryan pees his pants like a small little child. No? All right.
No.
Movies
I do
coming
not
out
like
soon.
horror movies.
Count me in. I don't even like scary movies, but I'm on board for it. It looks fucking terrifying.
No.
Terrifying.
I'm
excited for The Dark Tower, but I heard it's only like an hour and a half, which seems really short for a movie based on a novel series that's like this long. But it.
Yeah, I just want to say fuck you to Matt, who keeps trying to send links for me to click on, and he goes, "Hey Ryan, look at this," in our little chat room that we have.
You know what?
And damn it, Matt, I am not going to click on him.
Matt, I'm going to send you an invite on the show. Me and you are going to do the It trailer or It movie review, and we're going to make Ryan listen to it. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. All right, moving on. James Cameron is working on getting the rights back to Terminator. Apparently, he wants to produce a new Terminator trilogy. There you go. That's right. Well, as long as James Cameron's involved, sure, why not? Count us in.
Yeah.
Lionsgate is planning a John Wick universe. We already kind of talked about that. They're moving forward with the TV show, but apparently they found a script for a female assassin called Ballerina, and they have found a clever way to tie that into the John Wick universe. My guess is because she's an assassin. Hey, doesn't take a change to figure that one out. All she's got to do is go to the Continental, and boom, you're in the same universe. There's also talks that they are trying to figure out a way to tie in the Atomic Blonde movie, which I hear is amazing with Charlize Theron, into the John Wick universe. Apparently, they're just trying to make this giant assassin universe. Whatever, fuck it. If they're all as good as John Wick, I'm in. That was a great movie. Movies. Todd McFarlane has announced that he has found funding. He's working. He got the $10 million he needs to make a Spawn movie with Blumhouse Studios, who did most recently, I think, like The Conjuring. They did the Split, M. Night Shyamalan movie, Split.
They're the studio that's really well known for doing the cheap horror movies, and then they'll put out like 60 movies and just hope one does good and it pays for all of it.
Well, they're also becoming known as the studio that's willing to cough up low levels of cash to creative people, but have absolutely no control over it. So they say, "We'll give you $10 million. You make the movie you want to make." So they're getting some good people there, and they're working with it. So Todd McFarlane wants to write. Well, he's already written a script, but he wants to direct, produce this movie. He's directed almost nothing, a few music videos.
And he wants Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Yeah, to not even play Spawn, to play Twitch, one of the cops. No, that's not happening. Leo doesn't take a dump for less than $10 million.
You can't afford Leo on your $10 million budget.
You better have some dirty dirt on Leo if you want him to come into your movie where the entire budget's $10 million.
Yeah.
Like, he better owe you a favor of epic proportions. You would have to give him the entire Spawn series, like, signed by you and Spawn and Jesus.
And all the figures that they make at McFarlane Toys.
Actually, here's the deal. Todd McFarlane, if you get global warming to stop, Leo will star in your movie. That is probably his only thing that's going to get him.
That's probably a very good contractual obligation. So,
you know what? Whatever. I'll watch Spawn. If he wants to make it a horror movie, you know what? Screw it. I'll watch it. Why not? Yeah. I'm a little worried that he's directing it, but whatever. At least if it sucks, he's got no one else to blame but himself.
Yeah.
Bond 25 is officially coming out with Daniel Craig, who said he'd rather cut his wrist than ever play Bond again. Apparently, they backed up that money truck to his house. And, yeah, he's going to be back. No title yet, but it's coming out November 8th, 2019, so not too far away. Fucking Fox. Fox, give your rights for the Fantastic Four back to Marvel, please. Doctor Doom.
Stop.
Fox is going to make a Doctor Doom movie. The only thing that's kind of decent is the showrunner for Legion, which was actually a pretty good show. I actually enjoyed that. Is going to be making this movie, but still, just don't do it.
We don't need it.
We need you to give Doctor Doom back to the MCU, who knows what Doctor Doom is. You know what I want here? Listen, if you're listening, Fox, I want Doctor Doom. I want you to look at I want you to open a comic book and look and say, oh, look, there's this dude in a giant suit of armor who's got all these powers who talks like this. I am Doom. You will kneel before Doom. And he has this, like, green cloak. I want that in a movie. If you give me that, I will go watch it.
No, it'll be a Doctor Doom redemption story.
No.
Or he
Nope. I don't want any of that.
He won't put on the mask and the cloak or anything until the last 5 minutes.
When I watched, I used to review for an old site I used to work with Ryan, Watch Play Read. I used to review every single week the Avengers TV show that would come on Disney XD. And one of my favorite things, that was one of my early on, it was like episode 5, one of my favorite episodes of any animated show I've ever seen, not because it was good, but because I literally had to pause it and laughing my ass off, was when Doom decided, he came up with this harebrained scheme to release this giant, like, dragon that in folklore Thor was going to bring about Ragnarok and was going to kill Thor. So somehow Doom, like, conned somebody into releasing this giant dragon on Earth, and he's riding this dragon through New York City saying, kneel before Doom, like this, one-handed and then breathing fire. It was so funny, but it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. You put that in a movie?
That was the animated Avengers one?
Yeah, for Disney XD, not Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is one of the...
Okay.
Watch
I'll
Avengers.
have to try and find it.
If you guys want to know a lot of Marvel Universe knowledge and you want to cram it into 2 seasons, about 50 episodes, watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers. You can get that on Netflix too. Super good. But this Avengers on Disney XD, not as good as that series, but it's alright. But yeah, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So if you give me that Doom, I'm in. Other than that, I'm out. I don't want any other Doom. Alright. Moving on. We got a bunch of TV news for you. And I'm going to blow through it. So same rules apply, Ryan. Raise your hand if you want to talk about it. Mahershala Ali, also known as Cottonmouth from Luke Cage, has been confirmed for the lead in True Detective Season 3, which I think is great news. He is a great actor. He's probably one of the best parts of that Luke Cage series. And True Detective, good show. I haven't seen Season 2, but Season 1 was good. Creepy.
I haven't seen 1 or 2. So.
Well, I heard 2 sucks, but I'll probably watch it at some point here. Matt Groening, who you may know, has created such shows as The Simpsons and Futurama.
Yeah, shows nobody knows about him.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of an indie guy. He is doing a Game of Thrones style animated show for Netflix that is going to be 20 episodes long, so it's not going to be a short one. But apparently it's going to have lots of sex and violence and all kinds of shit.
If it's anything like the Futurama episode, where they all turn into like Dungeons and Dragons characters,
Oh
then
yeah, that was
I'm
a
up
great.
for it.
That was a good episode. I forgot about that one.
I'm up
Let's see
for
what
it
else
just
we
like
got
that.
here. Let's see. Speaking of Netflix, they released a trailer for some new show. I don't know what it's called. Stranger
Stranger
stuff.
Beings?
Stranger Things, season
Oh.
2.
Never heard of it.
Is there? I didn't know there was a season 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the trailer looked pretty cool. They had all this cool 80s stuff, and the sky lit up red, and they had like
if it's season 2, shouldn't it be like strangest things?
they had
'Cause
like
then things
the
already get
upside down
stranger.
world, and they had a lot of people looking real terrified. They had Winona Ryder in it, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm kidding. Fuck yeah.
And they're playing some game called Dragon Lair.
Oh my god, that trailer was amazing. Stranger Things
Yeah.
season 2 is already my favorite show of this year.
Yeah.
Mark it on the calendar.
I just want the intro to come back. That's all I want.
You know what? I'm not going to talk about the trailer. I saw at one point on Facebook that 37 million views on Facebook.
Yeah, my father-in-law was so happy I told him about that show.
Yeah.
Because he loved the shit out of it.
Everybody's happy when you tell them about Stranger Things. They're like, I'll watch it. And then you get a call like a day later. I didn't leave my house for 10 hours. I watched the whole thing. I know because it's amazing. So yeah,
That's
check
why
out the
something was
trailer.
coming through my wall.
It looks great. My favorite part is finally showed 11 coming back. She's like reaching through the wall. It's fucking going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah.
The villain looks creepy. Like, you didn't even see it, but it's huge. It's like in the sky. It almost looks like the Upside Down world is trying to take over the real world, but it looks cool. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Another trailer looked really good. Star Trek Discovery released a new trailer that was honestly epic. But it makes me angry because
but who
I
gives
want
a
to watch
fuck?
this.
Because it's going to be on CBS All Access, so what's the fucking point?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not paying you $7 CBS. I pay like $200 a month for fucking cable. Partly because you jack up your rates, so I have to watch the NFL games. Why am I not going to get Star Trek on this? Because this looks like it could be one of the best Star Trek shows like they've made. It looks amazing.
Awesome. I'm
You know
not
what?
fucking paying for it.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to say it right now. I will gather together 30 people. We all chip in a nickel. We're going to get one subscription and share it. Joke's on you, CBS. Whatever.
We'll see how quickly it falls apart.
Yeah, we'll see. Another channel that's trying to give that a go is the Stargate Origins. Origins. Can't speak. It was announced a new Stargate show is coming out. Everyone rejoiced until you found out that Stargate is announcing their own dedicated Stargate channel that you have to pay for. Wait for it. Monthly subscription to get all the Stargate content, including their new show. There you go. How about that? Let's see. Speaking of new shows, there's a whole bunch of new shows coming out. I'm not going to go through all the days they come out, so check it out. We put it on our page. Release dates for everything is out now on Entertainment Weekly, which we stole and stuck on our Facebook page. So check it out when you want to know where your show's coming back. Spoiler alert, most of them come back the end of September, 1st of October. Except for Westworld, which is coming out in 2018, probably January, February, which, God, it seems like a long ways away. But they released a sick new trailer. Sick.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Pretty much this looks like the aftermath of the Westworld murder robot rampage.
Yeah, and there's going to be even more murder robot rampage.
There's going to be more dead robots and nudity and dead nude robots and wieners hanging out everywhere and people getting shot over and over.
Awesome.
And Cyclops getting shot 30 times every episode. It's going to be great. That's a great show. If you have not watched Westworld,
Ed Harris
just didn't sell you on it. I don't know what will.
Ed Harris is just evil as shit.
Oh, dude, that was a great show. It was. I mean, it's not Game of Thrones good, but it's close. I put it up there.
It's right up there.
Speaking of shows that are Game of Thrones good, DuckTales Revival. Woohoo! Woohoo! Apparently, Darkwing Duck, the Duck version of Batman, has been confirmed that he is part of the DuckTales universe. So fuck you, creator of Darkwing Duck, who said they're not in the same universe. Well, Disney says they are, and Disney writes the checks, so Disney gets the final say.
So, eat some dicks.
Yeah, speaking of people that can eat dicks, this is off topic, but a great segue. George R.R. Martin apparently is coming out with 2 new books next year. And guess which one they're not, Ryan? I'd like you to guess. Take a sweet little guess.
No, I could go on a good 30-minute rant about.
Hang on
George
a second. Do you feel that,
Martin.
Ryan? It's kind of chilly in my house. It's almost like the winds of winter have come in here.
He's got two massive volume history of Westeros books that he's finished.
Yeah.
But he still has not finished after 8 fucking years his Winds of Winter that we've been waiting on.
You do know that he's decided to wait till the show's over, right? Like, he's waiting to see what people think.
HBO's going to finish it, and he's going to be like, well, that was good. I'm done. And he's not going to fucking do it.
No, and then he's going to, like, in 10 years, be like, I need some more money. And he's going to release different versions of what the show showed. Even though that was his original ending, he's just going to change
dead
things.
in 10 years. He's going to be dead in 5 years.
He's just decided to let Game of Thrones finish the HBO finish the show for him.
He gave up. He gave up when he realized HBO was doing better than he'll ever do.
It's probably true. Like, I heard they had 7 sand snakes. Why do you need 7 sand snakes? 3 was more than enough. Stupid 7. I feel like the book just has too many characters. I kind of like the way the show cuts them down immediately.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Last little bit of TV news since I had to jump with that amazing segue. Walking Dead released a season 8 trailer. It was about 5 minutes long. It was pretty cool. Basically showed all-out war. My guess is all the action we saw in the trailer. We think it's going to be action, but it's going to be 9 episodes of people walking and then 3 episodes of action.
Yeah, and 5 zombies.
But the big thing that everyone freaked out about, I mean, the trailer did look really good. It does look like they're going to go to war with Negan, which hopefully this season we do get. If they don't give us all-out war with Negan this season, I think people might actually start tuning out because they've been building up this for so long. You have to give us the payoff at this point. But a lot of people were freaking out because there was a clip where it showed old Rick waking up, right, with a big white beard, and a lot of people are wondering. There's been a rumor that there would be a time jump. Spoiler, a little bit of a spoiler in the comics. After the war with Negan ends, there is a time jump that they go forward before they get to the next villain that they have to face. I wouldn't be surprised to see a time jump. It would give Judith time to grow up. If they want to get rid of Carl, now would be the time to get rid of Carl. You could replace Carl with Judith. In a few years.
Does Carl die in the comics?
Well, there's been rumors that Carl wants to go to college, Carl wants to go to college, but the zombies ended that. No, the actor who plays Carl wants to go to college, and that he may want to get out of the show. So this would be
move on.
A time jump would be perfect, where you could have Judith, and I've always wondered why they kept Judith alive. You could cast Judith in the Carl role in the comics. And you could have her take over. So I don't know. It's just a theory that we had.
Just give her an eye patch. Let her wear the hat.
Yeah, we'll see. You guys have been really responsive to our Game of Thrones episodes that we've done, so we may do a Walking Dead type after show where we talk about the show. So if you guys want that, let us know.
It'll be just like Talking Dead.
Be just like Talking Dead, but we're way cooler than Chris Hardwick. Probably not.
Yeah.
But we definitely don't have as much money as Chris Hardwick. And he's got more hair than me, that glorious bastard. But yeah, it'd be kind of like that, but it'll be on the internet for free. Instead of on AMC. How about that? And we won't have cool guests, but I guarantee they get a whole bunch of pops of Walking Dead. I do have a Game of Thrones pop that's going to make an appearance on our next show. Just that's a tease.
I look forward to it.
I got a special edition that I just purchased that just got released today. I'm so excited. All right, let's see, moving on. Last little bit of news we got is Harry Potter Land in Orlando is releasing a new ride. Apparently it's going to be a pretty cool epic dragon ride. I don't know, whatever. I ain't been there yet. Not going to be out for a few years, and that's it. That's all the news we got.
All right. Well, good talking. Goodbye, everyone.
Something.
Oh, what?
I feel like, no, that's it. Holy crap. That's all the news. We did it in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Holy shit.
That's not too bad.
Well, we have one question from the Faithful 50, so...
From Brian. Not you, but the other Brian. And very topical. He wants to know what news out of San Diego Comic-Con were you most excited about? I think we kind of talked about that. Maybe.
Did we? I don't know. Did we cover any San Diego news this episode?
I think we'll have to come back to you on that one, Brian, next week. when we find out what happened at San Diego Comic-Con.
My favorite news was Mustache Gate. That's the best story. No, honestly, I would probably have to say the Avengers Infinity War trailer. It got me. I watched it, and I literally text Ryan like, OMG, 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 OMG. Brain exploding.
And I went and watched it before like the leak got taken offline. So.
Yeah, and then me and my friend Chris and Ryan, we all just started sending like gifs of head explodings to each other. I mean, that's how it was. That's probably it. I mean, the probably, I guess it's not really news. Probably the biggest news I heard was the Flashpoint. Flash doing the Flashpoint. That was really crazy to me. It was like, wow, that's a big story that they're going to tackle. So I was pretty excited about that. But I would say that probably Avengers, Infinity War, and then just all the DCE news. As being such a lifelong DC fan, I'm really excited for everything they're doing.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Infinity War definitely tops out, and I don't know. I didn't really nothing. I mean, other than the Thor Ragnarok stuff. I mean, that's it. As much as I don't want to sound like I'm a giant Marvel fan, which I'm trying to be more DC, like I'm trying to get more into the DC comics,
hey man, like what you want,
and the world and stuff like that. But it just Marvel got the fucking movies. You can't beat them right now.
No, great. They are great movies. There's definitely there's not going to be any argument for me. They're fantastic. So, all right. Well, before we get out of here, like I said, we were all San Diego news this week. That is all you're getting from us. We have no special topic. We have nothing. I think we covered everything. Did you have any recommendations this week? Anything you want to talk about?
My recommendation is go to San Diego Comic-Con.
My recommendation is give me back my tickets.
I didn't do anything. I have some big news, but I'm not quite ready to announce that yet. So I gotta wait. I gotta wait until things are done, and then I can talk about it.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Yes.
Ryan got us $1 million sponsor. We're rich. Yes.
And we're quitting. We're just done.
As soon as we get our first $1 million, the show's over. We're done. We're out. All right, cool. Well,
what about you?
Go to Comicon.
You got something that's actually good.
That was your recommendation? Go to Comicon next year?
I had one, and then I fucking forgot about it. Honestly, it's been a really mind-sucking week.
All right, I gotcha. It's cool, man. I have a recommendation.
You do yours. So maybe it'll come back to me.
Kong, Skull Island. All right, 12. It's 1:12, or we're going to get out of here at 1:15. So here comes my 3-minute review of Kong, Skull Island. Time me. Boom. So this movie came out earlier this year, and was it last year? I don't remember, but I wasn't sure exactly how good it was going to be. I'd heard mixed reviews. Came out this year, 2017. I always liked King Kong, but the Peter Jackson one. You've seen the story a million times. Ape breaks stuff, fights a T-Rex. Humans get him. Everybody kills him because he escapes, and humans are assholes, right? I wasn't sure what to expect with this one, but I'd heard decent things. My kids love monster movies, so I broke down and I bought it. And we watched it as a family movie. Put your phone down. I got this. So
I'm timing it.
That's fine. You let me know. So we bought it. You're messing up my time. I get 8 more seconds. So we watched it as a family movie, and oh my god, this movie is fucking amazing. I'm telling you, there's all this, it's set in the 70s, and they go to Kong Skull Island, they go to the Skull Island, and they have to go through this crazy clouds, and they got these, Vietnam soldiers in this chopper division. They don't waste any time. 15 minutes into the movie, this goddamn gorilla that's the size of the fucking Empire State Building shows up and starts swatting freaking helicopters around like they're balls, just smashing them and bashing and just smashing people. This movie is terrifying. It's more like Jurassic Park than King Kong. There's these skull bone crushers that bite people's faces off. There's giant spiders that are like tree things, and they stab people through the heads. Samuel L. Jackson's in this, and he goes full Samuel L. Jackson, I'm going to rain upon you with fucking great vengeance and serious anger and shit. I mean, he gets crazy eyes in this movie. It's good. It's got a lot of good acting. It's got a lot of good story. You care about the characters. It's got, what can I remember? John C. Reilly, who usually plays somebody really funny. And his character in this is kind of funny. But he's also got, this heartbreaking story. And he is one of the... At the end of this movie, I dare you not to tear up. I fucking double dog dare you. I love this movie. This is one of my surprise favorite movies of this year, of probably almost any year. I did not expect to like this movie as much as I did, and it was amazing. It's got tons of action. The CGI is great. The characters you care about and you invest in. And best of all, stay through the credits. It sets up the Godzilla monster universe. You will not be disappointed. What?
Godzilla?
Godzilla is in this movie. Kind of.
What? Okay, now I have to fucking watch it.
You have to watch this movie. I'm telling you. I think a lot of people didn't watch through the credits, and there's about a 2-minute trailer after the credits that is fucking awesome. It makes this movie even better. I like this movie a lot. If you ever watch King Kong and you think everyone did him dirty, I feel terrible for King Kong. I wish it was a movie where he got what he freaking earned. This is your movie. I'm telling you. I liked it. My wife liked it. Both my daughters liked it. We all love this movie, and I'm really happy I bought it. Love King Kong, Skull Island, Kong Skull Island. Buy it. It's available now on Divid, Blu-ray. Get it. You won't be disappointed.
And you're done. You still had 15 seconds.
Boom.
You want to go.
Told you. All right. It stars Miss Marvel and Loki too. How about that?
Nice.
It's got Mace Windu. It's got Colin Martin Jr. It's got.
Well, now I gotta turn it back on if you're gonna keep
Brie
going.
Larson, and it's got Loki in it. I highly suggest you watch this movie. It's a good movie. Yeah. I already threw the DVD, so I can't show you again. All right, man. You got anything else?
No. If you want to find us, we are on Twitter at the Geek Dad Report. We're on Facebook at the Geek Dad Report. On Twitter, Brian is at BrianWest53, and I am Big Bruiser. You can find us on podhell.com and on iTunes and YouTube, of course. So please subscribe, go to our channel, watch all our videos, share with your friends, leave us comments and stars, and just drop us a message if you ever say, hey, what do you guys, I really like this thing. You guys like it? We'll talk to you about it.
You're literally talking. The top of your head is only on screen. There you go.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get closer to the microphone.
I got you.
So.
That's cool. All right. Well, also, don't forget, if you like Game of Thrones, we do our Game of Thrones special. And if you like comics, we got a cool new segment, Comics You Crave, that we're going to try and get out at least every other week or so. So check it out. And if you got anything else you'd like to hear us talk or ramble about, as always, we are all ears. And this is a show for you. So thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you. And ladies, we'll see you guys next week. Probably.
Stay nerdy. Stay nerdy, everyone.